Jason here for BodMod 101, and this week's topic is weightlifting and bodybuilding, which I chose the topic, so if you don't like it, you can blame me. I chose the topic on purpose because I think it's one of the most overlooked ways of modifying the body, especially amongst this community. And I just think it's ridiculous that people don't consider it body modification, because that's exactly what it is. In fact, I have some opinions on the subject because I think it's something that's saved my life in more than one way. So first of all, let me show you my gym, just because I've been slacking this summer, but I used to weightlift quite regularly. That's my bench. I've got an Olympic bench. I've got Olympic dumbbells and a full Olympic bar. I've got a heavy bag and a speed bag. I know there's a lot of people out there that have all these opinions on weightlifting and such, but my speed bag. Anyways, I don't want to do too much of a demonstration, but I do lift weights, I take Kung Fu, I do martial arts, and I've got some opinions on this. Just want to show you my gym. It's in my basement. It used to be my living room, but my girlfriend moved in with me, so it wasn't really girlfriend friendly to have all your workout equipment in your living room. Anyway, stick with me for a few minutes, because this one's probably going to be a little lengthy upload for me, because it's dear to my heart, so walk with me. I'm going up to my house now. Just wanted to show you that I do actually own workout equipment. I bought all my equipment years ago. And I used to lift weights 5-6 days a week, but I've been slacking since, I don't know, about a year. I've been taking it easy the last year. I mean, I still do, as I call them, maintenance workouts, just to, oh jeez, my radio's on. Give me a second, let me turn this shit off. So I just do kind of like maintenance workouts now. I don't lift 5 days a week like I used to. Starting in September, I'm going to get back into it though. Just because it's good. It's something that helps me out in a lot of levels. Excuse me. I'm doing this upload early today because I've got a lot going on today. I'm going to school here and about an hour where I'll be tattooing on myself for probably 4 to 6 hours. I got a huge tattoo I'm doing on my leg, cover up an old tattoo. So, but back to the subject at hand. Weightlifting and bodybuilding. About 4 or 5 years ago, I had decided to quit smoking cigarettes. I was a heavy smoker. I was very unhealthy. I used to smoke a lot of weed. I used to smoke cigarettes, packing half a day at Winston's, and my brother and me decided we both were going to quit smoking and join the YMCA, which we did. And I started working out, and I quit smoking, and, it took some time. But when I first got in the gym, my brother, who's a little bit bigger than me, my little brother, he's like 6'2", and he always has outweighed me up until recently. He always was, a bigger guy than me. He threw on 35 pound, 35 on each side of an Olympic bar, and I tried to bench it, and I couldn't even lift it. And he threw on 25, and 25 on each side is basically 95 pounds. I couldn't even bench that. I was a weak suck. I couldn't even bench like 95 pounds. So, I've come a long ways. Like, I could go down there right now and throw up probably 150, 160. So, and that's without working out steadily for almost a year. So the whole thing about it being temporary, that's a bunch of crap, because if you work out hard enough, you always retain your strength. Your strength will go up, and yes, you may lose some strength, but you will always be stronger for having worked out, especially if you stick with it for a couple years. I'm not talking, like doing a couple sit-ups and push-ups here and there. I'm talking actually dedicating some time, energy, sweat, and tears to it, because that's what it takes. So, I know I'm not no fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger or The Rock, and my arm isn't even like what it used to be. I used to have close to 16-inch arms, but I've been lazy. I've been living the good life. I've been eating well. I got a girlfriend, and You know, I'm getting different types of workouts, but, you know, I really think that people that look at people that work out and make fun of them are just as bad as people who make fun of people with plugged ears. And it's funny that people, even some of the people on this channel, are like, oh, it's, you know, I don't see it as whatever. They just, you don't understand. Like, it takes way more dedication, way more persistence, way more tenacity to work out and make your body in better shape, to build your muscles, than it does to stick a needle through your ear and put a friggin' jewelry through it. That don't take takes some patience with the healing process, and it takes, you know, some time. I mean, I've had, you know, many hours of tattoo work done on my body, but I don't equate it in the same ballpark as lifting weights. I respect people that are bodybuilders and that are weightlifters, because I know how much work and how much time. Now, I'm not talking about people that juice up. I don't use any drugs. I mean, I'll take like a protein supplement, and I'll take creatine once in a while if I really start lifting heavily, but I don't do any of the bad stuff. I got into bodybuilding and weightlifting in order to get in better shape. Please forgive me, it's like 8:02 here. I've been up for like 2 hours, so I'm trying to get this upload done. But the reason why I just wanted to, I picked this topic because it's dear to my heart for a couple reasons. First of all, bodybuilding saved my life, and I'm not lying. Like, short, true story, I'm not going to go into full details, but I used to live up in the mountains in a small town. It was full of a bunch of rednecks and hillbillies. I lived up there because my brother lived up there. One night, me and my brother went out. My brother was drinking heavily. He pissed off 7 guys, this band and this bar owner, and all this bad mojo went down, and they jumped his ass, and they tried to kill him. And they were beating his ass to death out in front of this bar, just fucking pummeling his face. And I, being his brother, jumped in and grabbed a couple of the guys and threw them off him. And this is how I feel about it. Like, if I hadn't been working out for 3 years, I never threw a punch because I usually wear rings on every finger. Back then I wore rings on every finger, and I carry a knife on me. I could have gutted 3 or 4 of those fools and put them in the ground for forever, but I didn't throw one punch. And the reason why I say bodybuilding saved my life is because at one point in this whole melee, I had one guy in each shoulder. I had another guy holding my head back to the ground on the concrete, and this really tall 6'4" guy was trying to kick in my throat with the back of his foot, the heel of his foot, and he was saying, "I'm gonna fucking kill you, motherfucker," and he was trying to drive his foot into my throat right here. And if I hadn't been working out for the 3 years as intently as I had been, I don't think I would have had the upper body strength, because every time he came down with his foot to try to extinguish my being, I just buckled with all my strength in my back and my shoulders and my chest, and I literally threw these motherfuckers off me. And he tried that 3 times before they gave up. They held me to the ground 3 times, and in the end, I tired out all them guys because I was strong of mind and of body. So, and I didn't throw one punch. I never threw a punch at any of those guys. I got my brother home. I got him up off the ground, and I probably saved his life too. So, in my mind, which you can say whatever you want about my mind, bodybuilding saved my life. It saved my brother's life, and I'm surprised I've let myself slack as much as I have, because if anything, this week's topic, I put a lot of thought into it, and I miss working out. You get a natural high from working out in the gym. And yeah, I don't know about Jersey Shore or any of that stuff. I had to look up that abbreviation that Brianna used, GTL or whatever it was. I never even heard of that till this week. I'm not one of these guys that take pictures of myself 4 times a day. I've taken more pictures of myself since I've been part of this body mod thing than I ever have in my entire life, because if anything, people on these body modification channels do the same goddamn thing on Instagram. People be taking their picture 12 times a day for their piercings and shit. So don't talk shit about people taking pictures of themselves at the gym, because, hey, you know what? They're proud of their body just as much as you're proud of your piercings and your tattoos. So I don't see anything wrong with it. I think it's a good thing. I'm going to get back into it more seriously this fall. I'll have a little bit more time in the mornings to start working out. My schedule's getting a little more refined. But, you know, that's my opinion. I'm not trying to be a macho-ass, jerk. It's just how I feel. It's very dear to my heart, bodybuilding and weightlifting. And I hope by the time I'm 40, I'm in the best shape I've ever was. I do want to be one of those, like, monster-looking guys eventually. By the time I'm, like, 50 years old, I want to be benching, like, 250 fucking pounds, you know what I mean? Want my biceps to be, like, 20 inches, you know? But some of that's fiction. Some of it may not accomplish it, but I'll probably never be somebody that has a six-pack because I have like lower back injury from a car accident, but my chest and my upper body and my shoulders and my arms, and I'll do is everything I can. That's just the way I am. Like, bodybuilding to me is in the same category as tattoos and piercings in that it is changing your body. That's the bottom line. It is a body modification. It takes time. It takes patience. It takes more dedication and more sweat than tattoos and piercings, and that's just a fact. I mean, you go try to add 1.5 inches to your arms. Just do it. I challenge you. It's way easier than adding 1.5 inches to your ears. I mean, it's way harder. It's way easier to add 1.5 inches to, your ears, because that just takes weight and time. It doesn't take any sweat or, dedication. To become a weightlifter or bodybuilder, you got to get up, you got to do exercise, and you have to do something. It's working out, hence the word work. So, I mean, I know I'm opinionated on the subject, but it just kind of made me a little angry listening to everybody this week on my own channel that I'm part of. Like, oh, it's not, and I know they didn't mean to, sound like they were saying that it's not a body modification, but I never even knew people even looked at it like, oh, it's not a body modification because it's temporary. So what? Everything's temporary, and in the long run, shit, our goddamn body's temporary, because after a while, the fucking maggots and worms will eat them. So are tattoos and piercings. The sun's temporary, if you want to look at it that way. Give me a break. So, I don't know. I'm not trying to sound angry. I just think it's funny because there's so much elitism in every goddamn scene that it makes me want to just vomit. Like, I hate being part of any fucking scene because all these people, who makes these goddamn rules? Who makes these? Who makes this shit up? Your piercing's not labeled the right name. Your tattoos are not this. You're not a weightlifter. You're even in the bodybuilding community. You should see the fucking bullshit in gyms. So, I don't want to go on too much more because I'm sure at this point I've already had 90% of the people turn off the video. But that's my opinion this week. Bodybuilding, weightlifting. If you have any opinions, please put them below. I will show you the progress of my body in the next year. My arms are probably not even like, 15 inches anymore, but I'm going to start weightlifting and I'll do uploads on that shit too because it's an important thing to me. And my goal is to have 17-inch arms again. Like, I want to have big arms. I mean, big for me. And when I started working out, I had 13-inch arms. I still got bigger arms than when I started working out, and I've been slacking for like a year. I could probably do 40, 50 push-ups right now, and I haven't worked out, in a long time. So, I mean, I do maintenance workouts, like maybe once a week I'll throw up some weight, but it's not like it used to be. So that's my opinion. Please give me your comments. Please subscribe. Check out my personal channel on YouTube, Pirate Wizard Dragon. I've done a couple uploads this previous week on my progress on my back tattoo and my foot tattoo. I got my foot tattooed at the Denver Body Art School by one of my teachers. I'm going to upload actually some of the tattoo being done. I'm just I'm just knocking out goals left and right this year for my personal life. So I'm happy, and I love you all. Please, just be positive. The world's a much better place if people would just be more positive, and they'd attract more positivity to their own life if they weren't so negative and so judgmental. That's all I got to say. Have a great day, night, breakfast, lunch, whatever you're doing. Bye.